It has been decided Bayern are playing PSG in the quarterfinals of the Club World Cup this weekend, and all they had to do was beat Flamengo 4-2. Good win from them. How will they fare against the treble winners PSG, the best team in Europe, clearly dominating the Club World Cup as well, continuing that great form? Today, BayernBuddies in a little bit different environment. BayernBuddies International, the best Bayern duo since robbery, most underrated duo on the internet. Today, we're going to be giving you our prediction for the Bayern PSG matchup in the Club World Cup. Will they make it on to the semifinals to play Real Madrid? Hopefully in the semifinal, another spicy matchup. Hopefully it comes out, but let's dive right into it and see who BayernBuddies thinks going to take it home.
So we're obviously going to now dive deep into how the teams both did currently at the Club World Cup prior to meeting with each other and whatnot. Bayern, clearly first game of the Club World Cup, won 10-0 against Auckland City. Of course, it's a semi-pro team. Very understandable. I like how they decided to just keep on scoring goals and whatnot. Absolutely fantastic. Musiala got a hat trick. We will not complain with that whatsoever, for sure, without a doubt. Muller got a couple of goals too. It was absolutely fantastic. Great atmosphere and whatnot. Second game, Bayern versus Boca. A tough game as well. Obviously, we know Boca Juniors is a pretty one of the best teams in Argentina, without a doubt. Maybe even some people would say that they are the best team in Argentina in terms of history, in terms of maybe even now. Obviously, granted, they didn't make the knockout stages, but they were pretty much unlucky, with that being said. But yeah, Bayern Munich could have easily won that game 4-5, 6-1 if we just took our chances. It was just another part of our problem. And then after that, we had Benfica. And, if Leroy Sané actually took his chances for Bayern Munich, then we would be in the Mickey Mouse route right now, where we would have played Chelsea in the round of 16, maybe win against that, and then we would have had Palmeiras, and then potentially Al Hilal and Fluminense. Would have been an easy route to the final. We blew it. Leroy Sané blew it, but he's out of the club, so it doesn't really matter now. But yeah, Sané missed a lot of chances against Benfica. We lost against Benfica. Simple as that. Then we played Flamengo in the round of 16. Was a bit of a shaky game, for sure. Flamengo actually played pretty decently. Obviously, they topped their group. They won against Chelsea as well, so they're definitely a team to be taken seriously. Obviously, Felipe Luis is their coach as well. Absolutely fantastic. And, we ended up winning 4-2. Our dominance, our experience, and our just aura at the end of the day was basically the reason why we won. So, with that being said, now we play PSG. And now Joy's going to go over PSG's Club World Cup performances right now. Lock that in.
PSG started their record form, their fire form from the Champions League final, beating Inter 5-0. I don't know how much that means now that we've seen how Inter done the Club World Cup, but beat Inter 5-0 and went on to play Atletico Madrid, which was one of the, I think, most highest attended games at the beginning when people were, a bit shaky about attendance and stuff. This was one of the most hyped up games, clearly. PSG Atletico, had a great game written all over it, but PSG battered them 4-0. What a crazy statement to start off the Club World Cup. Atletico Madrid, obviously no joke. Diego Simeone knows how to play these types of tournaments, and Luis Enrique and his men just battered them like they did the whole season to all their teams they played, except for Bayern. But then, an interesting turn of events occurred. They lost actually 1-0 to Botafogo, which was just another part of the story of the South American teams doing amazing at this Club World Cup. And then Luis Enrique actually said that they were the team that defended them the best this season, which might be on fraud watch because Bayern also kept a clean sheet against them. So Luis Enrique is just being a Bayern hater right now. But they did lose 1-0, which was worse than Bayern's loss to Benfica, of course. And then, this is a Mickey Mouse win, kind of like the Auckland win. They should have definitely won by more, but they beat Seattle Sounders only 2-0. That's a little bit interesting. MLS teams, everyone complains about MLS and stuff, and the Giants of Europe, treble winning, Champions League winning, record breaking team from France is just only beating them 2-0. I don't know, maybe I'm being too much of a hater, but that doesn't seem right. And then round of 16, he played PSG played his old team for the first time ever. He returned to play his first team. They won 4-0, of course, all goals in the first half. Could have probably battered them more, but apparently there's some weird report similar to Germany-Brazil 7-1 that they were told not to score anymore after halftime. I don't know how true that is, if they really wanted to mercy rule PSG and Inter Miami, but yeah, I don't know. 4-0 against Inter Miami, kind of what you expect, I would say. If you could beat Atletico Madrid 4-0, you should be able to beat Inter Miami by more. That's all I'm going to say. So yeah, that wraps up basically how the Club World Cup has gone for both teams. Both teams have their dominating wins, their good wins, and their surprising losses. Now let's get into the matchups themselves between Bayern and PSG and which ones we think will be the deciding factor for this game.
I'm extremely worried about our fullbacks, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. Obviously, we have Conrad Leimer, who's an absolute engine, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. But at left back, Stanisic, Guerrero, whoever it may be, I'm really scared. Because in that game against PSG, where we actually won against them, granted, of course, it was a different team earlier on in the Champions League, we had Alphonso Davies. I would feel definitely way more confident with having Davies there for sure, because not only we're going to have to deal with Nuno Mendes, who locked up Yamal, and Hakimi, who's obviously proven as a great right back. We're also going to have to deal with Kvaratskhelia, Desiree Doué, and now Ousmane Dembele, Dembele seems like he is going to be back as well. So it's definitely a crash out for our defense. And just by judging off that Flamengo game, he was very good. He was very good against Flamengo, but a little bit more pacey players. I don't know if he would have been defending really well, if I'm being completely honest. Upamecano, he's fast. I definitely have high expectations for him. Obviously, since now he's back in match fitness and, you know, he's actually playing games now for sure. But Jonathan Tah, I'm still a little bit shaky with that. Hopefully, it could still end up being okay because obviously, granted, when we went against PSG, they had the same players except for Kvaratskhelia, and we had Kim at center back. And I would say Kim and Tah are the same level of speed, if I'm being completely honest with you. Basically, you know, Vitinha, João Neves, you know, they control the midfield so well, even against in that Champions League final and even in this Club World Cup as well. So it's definitely going to be a tough game for sure. What I'm going to say that PSG do win this game. I'm going to have to go with my head rather than my heart, but hopefully the Bayern boys, Olise, Kane, Musiala, all these boys that we love so deeply, hopefully they prove me wrong. Hopefully they put me on fraud watch. But yeah, I just do think PSG will have it. Who knows, maybe they won't take it as serious because they won the Champions League and Bayern want to take this more serious because they want to get more fun. But I do think PSG is going to win for sure. Let's see what Joey thinks about the whole matchup and his predictions.
Yeah, I'll just say it here. I definitely agree that Jonathan Tah, I'm not confident at all playing against Barcola, Dembele, all those pacey wingers, Desiree Doué. I mean, there's just the pace. He does not have it. I've seen it already multiple times that he does not have the pace to handle these wingers at all, and that's what frightens me the most. Kane does look like he's back in form though, scoring 2 goals against Flamengo that were both beautiful. I mean, so that's definitely on the up. I mean, Gnabry starting at cam, I know that won't happen again against PSG. So I mean, I think it's obviously going to be a very tight game. I think we definitely do concede at least 1 or 2 goals, but I think we're going to take it out. I think we're going to get to the semifinal so that Bayern Buddies can get to the semifinal in New York and do a little vlog for you guys. So we're going to lock that in. I say Bayern going to go through maybe 3-2. That's my prediction. 3-2 Bayern. We're going to go through. We're going to get to MetLife and we're going to go to the game. Bayern Buddies vlog. We're going to lock that in. No footage corrupted this time. But yeah, I think we're going to end it there. That's our predictions. That's what we think about the matchup. Just a quick little prediction while we're out here in this beautiful new environment, as you guys could tell. But yeah, we'll be back to the studio soon. And yeah, that's all we got for you guys. Let us know your predictions down below about the Bayern PSG game and if you guys think we'll make it past them and even to the final. And yeah, road to 5K. If we're not at it already by the time this comes out, I would be lovely. Just please subscribe. It'd be awesome to hit 5K. It's been a long time coming, but we've been locked in. So yeah, subscribe for more Bayern content, football content, and we'll talk to you guys next time. Bayern Buddies out.